Hello, I'm Dylan Long, bringing you the news from around town, the latest in sports, the weather, and specials on homecoming and the drone.
At Chaminade, we stand out in all aspects of academics. We also have a great fine art program. Not to mention, our sports teams are out of this world. Come to Chaminade. It's a fit for all.
Recently at Chaminade, senior Brendan Ebert was named Post-Dispatch Athlete of the Week. He was awarded the title because of his superior defensive skills. Way to go, Brendan. More at Chaminade. Just last week, members of the 1972 Chaminade varsity football team established the very first scholarship by a CCP football team. This 1972 Chaminade varsity football team was the first football team in St. Louis to be ranked number 1 in the area for an entire season. And at the time, they were the only Chaminade football team to reach the state championship. The scholarship will provide an opportunity for a young man to attend Chaminade who might not otherwise have the opportunity to do so. At the same time, the scholarship will be a permanent honor to this group of Chaminade gentlemen who were so tight-knit and who still are today. This provides a legacy to the lasting importance of character and teamwork on and off the field. In St. Louis news, a St. Clair County Circuit Court judge has been charged with misdemeanor heroin possession and felony charge of being a drug user in possession of a firearm. He bought heroin on an almost daily basis, says Sean McGilvery, the drug dealer that was arrested with Judge Cook. He pleaded guilty to federal drug conspiracy charges. Today marks the second day of the United States federal government reopening after a 16-day standoff in Congress. Now that the national parks, monuments, and museums are back open, and the government is once again running all federal programs, all the furloughed workers can once again return to work for their hard-earned and well-deserved paycheck. The St. Louis Cardinals came out in the first 2 games of the NLCS and beat the Los Angeles Dodgers 3-2 and 1-0. The first game was a battle between Lance Lynn and Chris Withrow, but Lynn came away with the win with a lot of help from Carlos Beltran, who knocked in 2 RBIs in the 3rd inning and the game-winning RBI in the 13th. The second game was a battle between Michael Wacha and Clayton Kershaw. Wacha came up big in the second game, allowing 0 runs in 7 innings pitched. John Jay got the RBI as he drove in David Freese off a sacrifice fly. The third game was a bad one for the Cardinals as they fell 3-0, giving Wainwright the loss and Ryu got the win for the Dodgers. The Cardinals took Game 4 away from the Dodgers as Lance Lynn got the win and a big 2-run shot by Matt Holliday. They fell short to the Dodgers on Thursday as they lost 6-4. Kelly getting the loss and Greinke getting the win. They play today in St. Louis. In Chaminade news, the Chaminade varsity football team beat the Vianney Griffins last Friday night in the homecoming game, 17-13. They travel to Cape Girardeau this weekend to take on Central High School in what should be a great match for the Red Devils. The Chaminade soccer team travels to Jefferson City on Friday to face Jefferson City High on tonight and Blue Valley Southwest on Saturday morning. These 2 games are huge for the team, and they need to bounce back after recent losses. Today, we might have rain, with a high of 61 and a low of 43. Tomorrow, partly cloudy with a 10% chance of rain, 63 for the high and a low of 41. On Sunday, a clear day for us, with a high of 61 and a low going to 45. Monday, we might have a few clouds, highs around 66 and a low of 39. And Tuesday will be clear, with a high of 54 and a low of 36. It's time to break out the winter coats. It's going to get cold really fast. Chaminade Homecoming Week was a spirit-filled week with all kinds of crazy themes. On Tuesday, the theme was tracksuits. Wednesday's theme was Cardinals Day, in honor of the St. Louis Cardinals, who are fighting their way through the NLCS against the LA Dodgers. Thursday's theme was Jersey Day, where any student could wear any jersey that they wanted, in honor of Semi-Pro, one of Will Ferrell's classic movies. Chaminade held their first ever homecoming bonfire on Thursday after the varsity soccer game. The Smoking Club was there selling barbecue and beans. Friday was CCP Attire Day. As usual, students could wear any CCP attire that they wanted. It was a great week for the Chaminade community. The newest member to the broadcasting crew lineup is a quadcopter called the drone. With the drone, we can have aerial footage anywhere and anytime. That's all, folks. I'm Dylan Long, and I'll see you later.